Right. So, what the heck is product management? If you work in tech or follow tech news, you've probably heard reference to a VP of product, head of product, director of product management, senior product manager. You may have wondered what exactly a product manager does. In simple terms, a product manager works within a tech company or team, learning what end users want from a product, understanding where the organization's business leaders are trying to make an impact, and collaborating with engineers to specify exactly what to build and how. To better understand why this role is necessary, let's dig into a few mental models that explain the product manager role. So, a few different ways of thinking about it. Product manager is a translator. Product manager is a scout. I'll say more about that. And a product manager is a navigator. So let's explore these one by one. A product manager is a translator. Code is literally a different language, a machine language, but a language nonetheless. If you've ever talked to somebody in sales or marketing, you know that jargon can pile on jargon until someone is essentially speaking in a foreign language. And then there's the realm of everyday conversation, where roughly everyone has common ground without specialized terminology. A product manager is fluent or proficient in many of these and other cultural contexts. They can understand that cost per click is an attempt to gauge the value of interactions that lead to conversions. They can comprehend that if too many JavaScript dependencies are out of date, then bugs will proliferate throughout the codebase. And they can understand the psychology of a user who just wants to find interesting collectible items without needing to do complex searching, filtering, and sorting. Product people are generalists. They can code switch, understand the language and jargon that professionals use in different contexts, and help everyone better communicate and collaborate. The product manager plays the role of the translator between these different vocabularies so that a clear definition of what should be built gets written down in a language that developers will understand, that will satisfy the needs of the business, and will make a delightful experience for the user. So that's kind of the translator metaphor. A product manager is also a scout. In her 2021 book, The Scout Mindset, Julia Galef describes the default mindset of human beings as that of a soldier, always wanting to defend our ideas against attack. She proposes an alternative mindset that we should all aspire to. She says, I call it Scout Mindset, the motivation to see things as they are, not as you wish they were. Scout Mindset is what allows you to recognize when you are wrong, to seek out your blind spots, and to test your assumptions and change course. Scouts are lookouts. They run ahead, survey the terrain, track the movements of other nearby entities, seek to understand the motivations and goals of friend and foe alike. Product managers are not content with simply soldiering forward to tackle only those problems that are directly in front of them. They know that beyond the sightline of the hills, there may be another challenge that will outflank their companions. It's necessary to have as much information as possible before making a decision. At the heart of things, product managers are doing research, gathering intelligence, assessing evidence, and connecting as many data points as possible in order to make an informed decision on strategy. And just like culture eats strategy for breakfast, it is the mindset of scouting, of seeking to understand, of always learning. This, more than any specific plan, is what leads to delivering successful product experiences. So the third and last metaphor here, a product manager is a navigator. This is a nautical metaphor. Any company or organization can kind of be seen as the journey of a ship at sea. The mission and vision are what bring the crew together to set sail towards some destination. The captain is the CEO or the president or the executive director, whatever name is given to the primary person in charge. We could go through every traditional role on a sailing vessel and draw parallels. The quartermaster is the head of HR, the boatswain is on the operations team, the carpenter is a software engineer. But for our purposes, we'll focus on the role of a navigator. It is the navigator's job to chart a course across the treacherous seas and toward the eventual destination. The maps will provide a rough guide, but are probably out of date. The stars will provide clarity of direction, but not of what lies ahead in that direction. The navigator takes all available data points and advises the captain on what the next move should be. They're not calling the shots, they're not deciding the destination or making rousing speeches necessarily, but they're making sure that the ship makes it to the destination and that the journey has the greatest possible chance of success. So, product managers are navigators. These three metaphors articulate different aspects of the role of product management. Now let's talk a little more about why a product manager is an essential piece of the puzzle in a company. We're going to use a visual aid called the product triangle, and we're going to do a bit of time travel back to ancient Greece.